Yesterday, we told you about the NIMBY effect. Consistently at Omaha City Council meetings, controversial developments come up, neighbors oppose, and yet the Omaha City Council nearly always approves the project. Today, 3 News Now reporter John Kipper tells us why and how neighbors can push back.
There isn't one issue that consistently brings large groups of people to Omaha City Council than controversial development projects.
Can you really say that more apartments are needed in this area?
This phenomenon is called NIMBY, short for Not in My Backyard. International community planning expert Wendy Sarkissian said people will give a number of reasons, but really, they're just trying to protect their home.
I have to talk in the language that everything's framed in, but actually, at the gut level, I'm just moaning because something's being violated in my environment.
But here's the deal. The city of Omaha needs housing. Almost any city official will tell you that. But there's limited room to grow. Missouri River blocks the east. Other counties block growth north and south. And new and expensive sewer lines would need to be added out west.
We have a finite space currently where the city of Omaha is going to be able to grow.
So city leaders believe as the city grows, the solution is to build up on the land the city does have. Former council member Chris Jerem gave a similar argument when he voted to approve a controversial West Omaha development last year.
What will happen is the cost to live here, the taxes would be so high and have to increase exponentially to cover those costs that'll drive people out of the city.
Danny Bagley, a council member for about a year and a half, does not recall voting no on any development project.
There's projects that I've supported and I haven't seen one that I have not. Okay. But again, that doesn't mean in the future that I won't.
Bagley said one reason for his consistent approval, faith in the process. He said tons of work with planning and other city agencies go into project before it ever gets to council. He also often finds himself in a role as mediator between the developer and neighbors in his district.
Behind the scenes over coffee or neighborhood groups to have those conversations and deal the best we can with what questions that aren't being answered that we can work on.
Bagley in part represents Blackstone, which has seen a wave of development, and with the expected incoming arrival of a streetcar, it's likely even more people are going to want to live there. Blackstone Neighborhood Association President Mark Mazer has been there for decades.
It's not like we love Blackstone the way it is. It must never change. I mean, we can see the handwriting on the wall. Things are going to change in our neighborhood.
And so Mazer finds himself at plenty of meetings with developers and has seen developers genuinely trying to find consensus. And he's also seen this.
I mean, we've had some developers come and talk to us and say, you know, we don't really have to talk to you. We're just doing this as a courtesy.
Actions like that could be enough to get a no vote from Councilmember Bagley.
If I'm not getting the answers that I want for my constituents, then that's going to be a problem for the developer that I would look to not support it.
Sarkissian said even developers giving neighbors food can go a long way to actually finding a solution. She adds if developers give something back, adding a small public area or space for a coffee shop can actually get neighbors to embrace the project.
Think about the sweeteners that will make the neighborhood happy.
Now, neighbors in Blackstone will also look to locally landmark historic buildings they want to keep. Mazer says that's one way they keep the wrecking ball away.
We'll do what we can to mitigate the loss of historic gems in our neighborhood, and sometimes we'll chain ourselves to a building if that's necessary.
Hopefully with the city's long planning process, developers and neighbors actually work together, so that isn't necessary. John Kipper, 3 News Now.
If you missed part 1 of John's series on NIMBYs, go to our website. That's 3newsnow.com.